So the problem is no one is actually doing the primary news gathering at the local level. You have national and international reporters, but you don't really, in most towns, most of us now live in a news desert. And even if you live in a place like, I don't know, New York City, you've got the New York Times, but I don't know if New York City even has more localized content because there's a lot of local things, I'm sure, even in a big city that you're not getting. So the local papers will tell you that the high school is having a school play. Here's how to get tickets. Here's the kid that got a winning touchdown in the big game. Your city council voted to raise the flush tax, or there's a new business moving into that empty building on Main Street. We did all that stuff, and now nobody's doing that.
Yeah. And what part of that too is you can start saying, oh, in our local community, because of the ideas that have been implemented, all the farmers are losing their jobs, And just like this control of information, it's dangerous, is what it is. And like nobody's talking about it because it's so hard to break through and fight these narratives that are out there that are hurting us. And people deprived of information, they make bad decisions when they go to vote.
I dedicated my entire life up until 2015 to the idea was, and I think a lot of us believe this, that if we educate children, teach them how to read, and we provide good news, then people will make good decisions as a citizen. They can educate themselves and make a decision how they're going to vote and how they're going to live. And it turns out that that doesn't work quite as well as we thought, because the minute we took away the minute we stopped all watching kind of the same thing, and this was true of your local newspaper, but it was also true of your local TV news, and it was true of sitcoms. It was true of almost all entire media diet. There were a few choices, but everybody in town mostly got the newspaper. When I was a kid, we didn't have a lot of money, but we still bought the newspaper. Of course we did, and everybody in town read the same newspaper.